Welcome all. Today's top breaking news with Gitanjali from Bayan Times. Drop in new corona cases after 5-day surge in Vizag. Surge in COVID-19 cases dropped in district, much to the relief of official machinery and people. The district recorded the highest spike in corona cases for 5 consecutive days. On Saturday, it recorded the highest single-day spike of 102 cases, pushing the total corona count to 1,238. Vizag recorded 40 new cases, taking the total count to 1,278, said P.V. Sudhakar, principal of Andhra Medical College and COVID-19 special officer of North Andhra districts. Of the total 1,278 corona cases in the district, 7,076 are active. About 495 COVID 19 patients have been discharged from hospitals after their recovery so far. 7 COVID 19 deaths were reported in the district. As many as 444 cases were reported in the district in the last 6 days compared to 1,165 cases in 35 days. With the spike in corona cases, the number of containment clusters went up to 219 in the district. About 25 new clusters were added to the list on Sunday. Now there are 98 very active and 121 active clusters in the district. Besides 64 dormant clusters, about 30 clusters have been denotified so far. Clash of two families led to Moka murder, Kollu innocent, said Chandrababu Naidu. TDP chief N. Chandrababu Naidu has alleged that a false case was foisted against former minister Kollu Ravindra for confronting the ruling party's anti-people policies. Addressing his party leaders through a video conference on Sunday, Naidu said Ravindra was innocent and his name was deliberately dragged into the case, invoking two rival families. The murder took place due to struggle between two families for gaining upper hand in Manchilipatnam, which is known to everyone. In 2013, Chinta Surendra was murdered, and after that, YSRC leader Moka Bhaskar Rao was murdered. The latter was accused A5 in the murder of Surendra. During the TDP regime, there was no clash between these two families, he said. Lambasting the ruling party for foisting a false case against Ravindra, the TDP chief said that even 13 months after the murder of former minister Y.S. Vivekanand Reddy, the culprits were not caught. If that was the case, how can they call Ravindra and speak with him? Are you playing a drama to deliberately involve Ravindra in the case? Without any preliminary investigation, arresting the TDP leader and imprisoning him is nothing but vindictive politics, he said. Tourism sector incurs Rs 50 crore loss, unlocking will take time, says Andhra Pradesh TDC. Tourism is one of the worst hit sectors due to COVID-19 induced lockdown. The Andhra Pradesh Tourism Development Corporation APTDC has incurred a loss of Rs 50 crore in the past 4 months. However, officials concerned have utilized this time lockdown to train tour guides, managers and other stakeholders, APTDC CEO Praveen Kumar said. Speaking to TNIE, he said the officials are participating in webinars where they have learned how to adopt state of the art technologies to increase tourist flow. Training has been imparted to the tour guides on personality development. Many of them have taken up English speaking courses. It would come in handy while dealing with foreign tourists, he explained. Kumar also said the state has informed the Union Tourism Ministry that around 30 tourist circuits were made. We are waiting for the ministry's permission to open them. The center has asked us to come up with standard operating procedure (SOP) and possible destinations to reopen. Attracting tourists won't be a problem if a stringent SOP is in place, the APTDC CEO opined. "466 cops in Andhra Pradesh tested positive for coronavirus, one died," says DGP Gautam Sawant. Director General of Police Gautam Sawant said 466 policemen in Andhra Pradesh have tested positive for coronavirus and one of them passed away. The number of infectees among the police has shot up in the recent place. As till May 3, only 45 policemen were found to be infected, he told the media, adding that a large number of personnel were working to contain the spread of the pandemic. Efforts have been taken to safeguard policemen, he said, pointing out that in the first week of the lockdown, it was decided not to deploy personnel above the age of 55 years and those who have comorbidities on frontline COVID-19 duty. Home guards too have been on the job and medical aid is being provided to those in need, he said. pointing out that Vishakhapatnam recorded only 98 cases in the first 3 months, and since the lockdown norms were relaxed, the number of cases spiked. The DGP said it was everyone's responsibility to wear masks to protect themselves and others. Sawant further said the police took up the COVID 19 situation as a challenge and effectively implemented the lockdown as per the central and state government norms. He asserted that the state government, police, and administration worked as a team to combat the outbreak of the virus and said Andhra Pradesh is among the best in India in terms of testing and containment strategies. Kurnool jumps 1 lakh mark in test for coronavirus. Over 1 lakh samples have been tested for the coronavirus in Kurnool district so far, with a daily target of over 3,000 sample collection. The total number of tests conducted reached 1,02,174, said District Collector G. Veera Pandian. Congratulating all officials responsible for collection and testing, the collector said continuous surge in caseload and simultaneous ramping up of testing capacity by installing more RT-PCR and TrueNAT machines at our labs did not frighten any employee. Instead, they adapted to the changing trend and responded proactively. I hope that we conduct another 1 lakh tests in the shortest time possible with the help of increased testing capacity, he added, and requested the public to come forward for voluntary testing. The first fight against the coronavirus is still on, and the frontline workers and officials need to be very alert. Meanwhile, the district reported 97 more infections and 5 new deaths on Sunday. While the tally reached 2,451, 81 patients have succumbed to the virus so far, while 1,153 were still undergoing treatment at COVID hospitals. The number of recoveries stood at 1,217. Andhra Pradesh crosses million mark in COVID-19 testing. Andhra Pradesh government said that it has conducted over 1 million COVID-19 tests in the state till date to combat the widespread illness. A total of 78 laboratories, including government, private, and TrueNAT labs, along with dedicated hospitals for treating COVID patients, are conducting the test. Andhra Pradesh has crossed 1 million COVID-19 tests, logging 10,17,123 tests as on Saturday morning. With extensive testing and timely treatment, the mortality rate stands at 1.24%, which is much lower than the national average of 2.86%, the Andhra Chief Minister's office stated in the release. GIS-based master plans for 56 new ELBs in Telangana. As part of its efforts to ensure planned growth and infrastructure expansion in the newly formed urban local bodies in the state government is planning to make effective use of technology, including Geographic Information System (GIS) mapping, to identify, map, and demarcate different places and plan initiatives accordingly. Around 56 newly constituted municipalities in the state will soon have GIS-based master plans aimed at planned development of urban centers across the state during the current financial year. Tenders will be floated to rope in private agencies to take up GIS mapping exercise in the ELBs. Consultants will be engaged for preparation of this GIS-based master plans for the 56 newly constituted municipalities, which would be divided into 4 packages. Wave power bills for poor, says TPCC President Uttam. TPCC President and Nalgonda MP N. Uttam Kumar Reddy on Sunday wrote to Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao demanding that the Telangana government waive electricity bills for the entire lockdown period for below poverty line, BPL families and micro, small and medium enterprises MSMEs. He also sought appropriate reduction in the bill amount for other consumers. The electricity bills of June were highly unjustified. They were not only inflated and exorbitant, but also prepared in an erroneous manner. Of the 95 lakh power consumers in Telangana, nearly 75 lakh in the domestic category and almost 80% of them use less than 200 units a month, Uttam stated. The TSS PDCL has generated bills based on the overall consumption of 90 days in violation of Telangana State Electricity Regulatory Commission TSERC guidelines, he wrote. The Nalgonda MP further stated that consumers have been asked to pay Rs 9 per unit instead of usual Rs 4.3 due to the change in category based on the total number of units consumed in the 90-day period. Hyderabad Charminar Golconda Fort to remain closed. The historic Charminar and the Golconda Fort will not be opened for the public anytime soon, as both the monuments are in the COVID 19 containment zones. The Archaeological Survey of India had stated recently that all monuments under its purview across the country would be opened on Monday for visitors. The monuments were closed to the public since the lockdown was imposed in March. Milan Kumar Chale, Superintending Archaeologist, ASI Hyderabad Circle, said that as per the order of Telangana government, the monuments in containment zones cannot be opened. For now, we are not opening the monuments as they fall in containment zones. Later, if any decision is taken, we will inform about it, he said. Andhra Pradesh records single day high of 14 deaths, 998 positive cases. An unprecedented 998 corona positive cases were recorded in the past 24 hours across Andhra Pradesh as of Sunday. Equally alarming has been a single day high of 14 deaths, taking the toll to 232. The overall positive cases touched 18,697, in which 10,043 are active cases. As many as 20,567 tests were conducted in the past 24 hours, in which 961 were diagnosed as COVID 19 positive. The highest number of 5 deaths was in Kurnool district, followed by 3 in Anandpur, 2 in Kadapa, and 1 each in Krishna and Vishakhapatnam districts. The highest number of 157 positive cases in the past 24 hours was in Guntur district, while Kurnool district continued to be the highest with a total of 2,451 cases. Anandpur district, which was relatively low, jumped to second spot with a total 2,186 positive cases. With this, we conclude with our today's news headlines. For more such latest news and updates, like, share, and subscribe By and Times.